Okay, welcome to the Ion Cleanse video. You all know Melissa. Say hello.
Hi.
So Melissa is doing her first Ion Cleanse here in the clinic. And as you see, her feet are inside the Ion Cleanse foot bath. And you can see behind me right there, that's the little unit that it's hooked up to. And so what is Ion Cleanse and what are foot baths all about? I did a longer video, so if you want to know a much more detailed version of this, make sure you check out the other video. But I want to give you a short little synopsis of what we're seeing here. So often when people look at Ion Cleanse or just foot baths in general, they think it's kind of hokey. And to be honest, we all did.
Yeah.
We all thought it was just kind of silly, and the reason being is because everyone would always talk about the change in color. Now you can see here that the color is starting to change. Obviously, you start off with tap water, and with time and the electrode current that's going into the water, we're going to see some reactions happen. So here's the thing, is that the color will change regardless if there's feet in the water or not. Like that'll happen no matter what. I've tested just to prove that that's the case. But here's some interesting characteristics, is that you can have different people put their feet in the water, and the color of the water may go darker, it may look a little bit different in color, there may be more like particulate that shows up, and so there's variation between people.
It might smell different.
It might smell different, yeah. Totally. So there's something happening there. And now when we dig further into like what's actually going on, the piece here that's important is that we've got different charged toxins or toxicants in our body. Some of those toxins are positively charged, like heavy metals. Some are negatively charged, like biotoxins from like yeast and mold and candida and things like that. But also glyphosate. We know that certain herbicides and other chemicals in our environment have negatively charged particles. So this program, or this system, has different programs, different settings that have different time lengths when using a positive charge or using a negative charge. Depending on what's going on for someone, we may recommend a different program depending. So when you're activating a positively charged electrode in the water, you're drawing all the negative ions out of the body. Now, we know this. Where are toxins stored? They're stored in fat. They're stored in the brain and the different glands and tissues of the body. They're not circulating around the blood. But when you start to create a positive or a negative charge, it's just drawing towards it that oppositely charged toxicant, it's going to start to move out of those tissues and then into your bowels and urine and whatnot. And then you poop or pee them out for the next few days. So now you may ask, well, the color's changing, maybe that means the toxins are going into the water. Yes, there are things definitely moving through our skin. We know that being in a sauna, you're going to sweat things out. You know, we know that when you put things on topically, they're going to get into the skin, into the body. There's hormone patches and things like that you put on the skin that go in. So we know that you can deliver medicine and things into the skin. You can also deliver stuff out, as in the case of saunas. When we're using an electrode, it's just a different mechanism to draw things out of these tissues. And so what happens in the treatment is that, yes, some stuff is passing through the feet into the water, but really the effect is creating, this charge effect is actually putting the body into a parasympathetic state, which is a deeply relaxed rest and digest state. And it's offering this charge mechanism, which is pulling or magnetizing the opposing metal or toxicant out of the body, out of the tissue, into the liver, into the places that we need to eliminate. So what we see is that you get increased excretion of the different pollutants that we're saturated with. Depending on the individual, it will be different between each, but that excretion is going to increase over the next few days, and then basically things will taper off until you get another treatment, and then that'll start to come on again. So as we said initially, we thought this was kind of hokey and color change is going to happen no matter what, but now that we've dove into it a little bit more, we start to see these things, and at the end of the day, you're getting put into a nice, deeply parasympathetic state. You're creating this charge mechanism, and you're going to be starting to excrete more of the stuff over the next few days. So that means more water. Maybe you need to take some minerals to replete some of the lost nutrients. And the idea is that you don't just do it once and then you stop. Just like with a sauna, just like with exercise, eating the right food, you do it once, and then maybe do it twice a week. and you do a series of 10 to 12 sessions, and create this mechanism of flow, and then go ahead and pause. But the idea is that you want to track and see those little changes that are unique for you. Maybe that's brain fog starting to clear, or maybe bowel movements start to improve, or maybe just feeling calmer, and so it's going to be a unique experience for everybody. Where it's used a lot is for a lot of kids. Actually, you can't do a ton of different types of detox with kids. Not all kids are going to sit in a sauna, but there's definitely an interesting phenomenon for kids who are, hyperactive, or a difficulty with cognitive delays or things like that. That there are some positive improvements in helping kids really create a mechanism for detox. Kids these days are definitely saturated with a ton of toxicity. So if we can have a tool that's very gentle, very relaxing, that helps kids and adults alike, then we're happy about that. So, what are you feeling?
I don't feel anything really. It's just nice and warm.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like the water's warm. So part of like the effect is just having your feet in warm water is nice. Right?
Yeah, it relaxes you, or at least it's relaxing me. So feels nice, and I'm just curious to see what color is going to turn out. Not that I'm focused on color, because I know that it will change regardless. But I'm excited.
Yeah.
Get
so
more of these.
Yeah, and so we'll check in with Melissa tomorrow and see like what she noticed. I know for me, I noticed some changes in digestion. I had much more loose stools actually after the day after, and then it seemed to sort of taper off. And then I had this just very nice, soft feeling in my feet, which was different than taking a bath. You can tell that there's something was happening to my feet the day after, and then it sort of just subsided. So lots of cool stuff. Anything else you want to say?
No, I think this is grounding as well, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Which I definitely need a lot of.
Yeah, we all do.
So it's a nice little reminder, and also that the effects will continue the following days after the treatment. It's not just now, it's just activating the body in order to start releasing all the stuff that needs to be released.
Yeah, so don't forget to hydrate.
Yeah,
right?
I won't.
Okay.